In discussions about great songwriting, the first song that comes to people's minds probably is not Jenny and the Ess-Dog by Stephen Malkmus. Not because there's anything wrong with the song, but more because it's a fairly obscure single from a moderately successful album that came out 20 years ago. But for whatever reason, it's always stuck with me as a song that tells a compelling, coherent story without getting bogged down or overstaying its welcome. Every word is deliberate, every line drives the story forward, and it's full of details that flesh out the narrative without being super in-your-face about it. You have a song with themes of class, love, power, and idealism that nevertheless manages to clock in at under 3 minutes. And on top of that, it's cool, it's relatable, and it's sincere. Let's take a closer look. In the first stanza, in 5 measly lines, we meet our protagonists, we get a glimpse at their personalities, and we're introduced to the fundamental conflict in their natures that will ultimately destroy their relationship. Even their names, Jennifer versus Ess-Dog, give you a sense of who they are. We're told that the Ess-Dog is 31 and plays in a cover band. Both of those details tell you a lot about him. 31's an awkward age to just be dicking around in a band all day. It adds another contrast between him and Jenny, who's 18. Jenny is entering that weird, nebulous phase of life known as young adulthood, while the Ess-Dog is leaving it. Jenny is rich, the Ess-Dog isn't. They live in the same world for now, but their age difference means that they won't be in that world together for very long. And the fact that he's in a cover band instead of a band that plays original songs tells you something in itself. You don't play in a cover band if you're trying to make it in the music industry. You play in a cover band if you just want to have fun at house shows by playing songs people already know and like. The next couple stanzas get into Jenny and the Ess-Dog's relationship. You can put yourself in Jenny's shoes here. She's 18, she's out of her parents' house for the first time in her life, and she's dating this really cool older dude in a band. We learn that their life together is about as free and easy as it gets. They hang out and listen to Dire Straits, and they drive around in an old Volvo with a dog they named after the lead singer of the band Fish. The Ess-Dog is a window into another, freer life for Jenny. She lets loose, she gets toe rings, they do cocaine, and it seems for a brief window like they're gonna have a real life together. But then reality hits, and brother, reality hits hard. Jenny goes to college, and this is where the class aspect of the song really kicks in. It becomes clear that living with the Ess-Dog and appropriating his lifestyle was just a phase for Jenny. And really, it's understandable. She's still growing, figuring out what she wants from life. When you're 18, you try out a lot of identities. But unfortunately for the Ess-Dog, he's not 18, and this is his identity. At the end of the day, Jenny's young and has rich parents. When she gets tired of slumming it up with some burnout guitar player, she can just go back to school, pick a major that'll earn her a lot of money down the line, join a sorority, and move on with her life. The Ess-Dog, by contrast, has nothing to fall back on. He's 31 and doesn't have a rich family to provide for him. He sells his guitar, symbolizing the loss of youth and innocence, and starts waiting tables. That brief window where the two occupy the same world is over, irreconcilably. And then the song's over. 2 minutes and 43 seconds. 3 verses, a bridge, no chorus. And yet it's satisfying. We get a relationship's beginning, middle, and end. We learn why Jenny and the Ess-Dog got together, what they were like as a couple, and why they broke up. It's clean, concise, and familiar to anyone who's hung out in those kinds of scenes. Stephen Malkmus doesn't make the story into this huge, life-defining event. It's just 2 people who were together for a while but ultimately grew apart. That kind of song, at least for me, rings a lot more true than a lot of love songs that make relationships into enormous spectacles designed to capture as much drama as possible. Jenny and the Ess-Dog is one of those rare songs that doesn't try to make itself into more than it is, and for that, I think it's a song worth remembering.